Hey everybody, welcome back. If you have not already watched my other natural deodorant video, I want you to pause this video now and go watch it because I feel like it's very valuable to have the first part of this story before I share with you the second half. Now, if you've already seen it, then I'm really glad that you've joined me again for this update video because I think it's really important for people who review products to truly give you an update later on. I wanted to put this video together today to sort of follow up with you. And truly, I didn't think that a portion of this video would ever be filmed. In my original video, I presented two great brands that I thought performed really well. In that video, I mentioned that the Schmidt's formula, while I thought that it performed really well in sweaty situations, it caused a bit of irritation in my underarms, right after I shaved. And so there were situations when it was burning so badly that I would actually have to remove the product and put on the native deodorant or put on a traditional aluminum-based deodorant to get the feeling to go away because I just couldn't use my favorite deodorant right after I shaved under my arms. And since I do that relatively frequently, I thought that that was definitely an issue. So Schmidt's actually saw that video and reached out to me. And I know I've mentioned this in a video before, but I think I'll dive into detail here, obviously, because it's a bit more appropriate. But Schmidt saw that video, reached out to me and said, hey, we understand the sensitivity in the underarms. We want to send you this other sensitive skin stick. So when this stick came in, I tried it and it worked. I wanted to know why. What was the difference between their original formula and this formula that could have been causing the irritation? Now, I know that in my comment, I know that in the description, why can I say this? I know that in the comments of my other video, there was a lot of discussion where I had mentioned in the video something about the baking soda being the property that might have been absorbing the oils. Well, no. Thank you to everybody who commented, and I've actually done some reading since then. It is the arrowroot powder in these deodorants that actually is the property that's absorbing that sweat and everything. That's the one that's helping it perform like a traditional antiperspirant. So thank you to everybody who commented. I love to learn. If you have productive comments, then please always leave them in the comments below because I love it. I love learning. I love researching after you talk about it. So the difference that I found between the traditional Schmidt's deodorant and their sensitive skin formula is the lack of baking soda. But truly the only difference in the ingredients in this list is baking soda. It is not found in here. So maybe that was the property that was actually irritating me under my arms, and so that's why the sensitive skin formula works. But I have to say that while the native deodorant does not irritate me under my arms after I shave, and it does have baking soda, I can't really figure out the difference. But all I know is that baking soda is lacking from the Schmidt's sensitive skin formula, and it's in their traditional formula. So maybe, I don't know. I just don't know. So shout out to Schmidt's for their awesome customer service. I thought it was really cool that they took the time to watch the video, comment, and send me a new product that they believed in, that they thought would work for me. And sure enough, it did. It didn't irritate my underarms, but I will say this jasmine tea scent, while it smells wonderful, under my arms after a while, it actually began to sour. Now, everybody's body chemistry is a little bit different. I talk about this too in one of the perfume videos that I've done. One perfume can smell great on one person and awful on the other, just based on how it reacts to the oils and everything in your skin. This scent does not work for me. Into 6 hours of the workday or so, I was like, sour smelling, and it was sort of embarrassing. Now, that's not to say that this scent will work like that on everybody, and this is not the only sensitive skin scent that Schmidt sells. That was a total tongue twister. They also sell like a lavender version that might work a lot better for me, but just a forewarning, this scent did sour. Now, I also had some commenters mention that some of Native's creative scents, like the Honeycrisp Apple or the Pear, like their seasonal scents, they were saying like, it smells great in the package, but I just plain stink at the end of the day. So it's not isolated to, this scent alone or even this brand. You just have to be careful with the scents that you're putting under your arms, which is oftentimes why you don't find like Christmas tree scented deodorant from the aluminum-based brands. You know what I mean? Like that is just sort of new for me, maybe because it's easy to get those like natural scents and the crazy versions of all this fruit and trees and stuff, but I don't know. In that first video, I mentioned to you that if I'm going to be in a sweaty situation, the Schmidt's is the way to go. And if I'm going to be, having a low impact day, then Native is perfectly acceptable. I did mention that the Native scents are also more creative, but since then, Schmidt's has put out a whole bunch of different scents. So I think I'm leaning towards Schmidt's being more of that go-to deodorant if we're comparing the brands from the original video. Now, stay with me here. So once I ran out of my Schmidt's original formula, I tried to start using the native deodorant to go to my workout classes. And I was just noticing, okay, this is not working. At the end of those classes, I was extremely sweaty. I did not smell good. I definitely had noticeable BO, and that's really embarrassing in a public setting. So then I was like, okay, I have so many sticks of deodorant here because I have this sensitive skin formula, but I'm like worried about the scent, how it sours, especially if I'm going to a workout class. Okay, I have like 4 scents of native deodorant, but none of it gets the job done. So I guess I just don't feel like I can go out and buy another stick of deodorant. I've got to figure out how to use these. Well, I found this old degree deodorant. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to use this when I go to workout classes. Okay, well, this sucks too. Now, this didn't work on me before, and this is why I originally switched to natural deodorant, because I was getting so frustrated. I used Secret deodorant my whole life and switched to this and it didn't work, but then tried to switch back to Secret. I was just having issues, which prompted me to switch to natural deodorants in the first place. So when this caused even worse BO than using the native deodorant, I was like, what the heck am I gonna do? I guess I'm gonna have to go rebuy the Schmidt's. Well, about that time, another deodorant company, Clay Dry, and I can show it to you here, reached out to me and they were like, we really believe in this product. We really want you to try it. We saw that other video and think that it would be a good match for you based on your preferences in that video. I don't say yes to everything because if I'm gonna try a product, I commit to it. I try it for a month. I research, I study, I do everything that I can to bring you valuable information. So I can't say yes to everyone. But the reason I was really drawn to this brand is because they market their deodorants as, and if you can see this, extra strength. And I was like, oh, no other natural deodorant brand that I've had says extra strength, can stand up to 24 or 48 hour protection. None of them claim that because a lot of natural deodorants just can't do that. So when they said, please try our deodorant, we really think you'll like it, I was like, okay, cool. So they sent me 2 sticks. They sent me the original formula and they sent me the eucalyptus mint scent. Sorry you can't see it. The light is very bright. This comes in the mail and I just decided between the 2 scents. I opened them up and this first one, the original scent, the best way for me to describe this to you is Flintstone vitamins. Does anyone remember those? Did you take those? I think that this smells just like Flintstone vitamins. It's very fruity, very, very fruity, but very pleasant. I didn't know what to think with this color and the fact that it just said original. I mean, that doesn't really tell me anything, but when I opened it up, I was very pleasantly surprised. So this is the one that I decided to test out, and I've been testing it out for about 3 weeks to a month now. Guys, I love it. I absolutely love it. It performs better than any other normal deodorant has ever performed on me. Now, yes, I'm still sweating a little bit more than I ordinarily would if I were using an aluminum-based deodorant, and that's just the nature of natural deodorants. But I leave a workout class extremely sweaty and totally smelling good. It smells just like I just applied it. I have that no more embarrassing BO situation. So I was like, bingo, this brand is awesome. Because they're touting that extra strength, and I believe it. If you can make it through a spin class, you're a good deodorant. All right, so what is the common factor between this Clay Dry deodorant and my normal Schmidt's formula deodorant that I loved so much? The key is the arrowroot powder. Now, while it's found in all natural deodorants that I've tried, it's the first ingredient on both the original Schmidt's formula and this. In the sensitive skin formula of Schmidt's, it's actually listed 3rd ingredient. And as you know, ingredient lists go from most prominent ingredient is the first one listed to least prominent ingredients as the list goes down. So you know that the amount of arrowroot powder is factoring in to how much sweat and such that this is helping with. I've gone through and done some arrowroot powder research, and I have a couple of points here that I want to share with you to let you know this is found in these natural deodorants and it's a really good ingredient. It actually has a lot of good health benefits aside from the fact that it's making you not stink when you go to work out or just go to work every day. When I looked up arrowroot powder benefits or arrowroot powder used in deodorants or something, I was wanting to get reasons why it's used and what is it a replacement for, so on and so forth, to figure out how it's working in these deodorants. Well, I ran across this article that was actually 5 ways to use arrowroot powder in cooking, and so I was like, dang, you know what, would any of you ever eat any of the ingredients in a traditional aluminum based deodorant? No. Probably not. Like, if a lot of us are not willing to put it in our underarms, we're definitely not going to eat it. Well, arrowroot powder, the most used ingredient in these natural deodorants, is actually something that's commonly used in food as a replacement to cornstarch. Now, cornstarch is like a thickening agent that we use in gravies and different sauces and such. It's also paleo-friendly, gluten-free, allergy-friendly, all of these great things. If you're going to use an ingredient in cooking, then you can feel safe like putting it in your arms and letting it being soaked up by your body if you would ingest it anyway. So I thought that was really cool. I'm reading off my computer, if that explains the light. It says, because arrowroot is not a grain, many people, especially those with digestive issues or sensitivities, find that arrowroot powder is more easily digestible. It also contains more fiber than potatoes and other starches, keeping things moving and helping stave off hunger. Arrowroot contains a good amount of potassium, iron, and B vitamins, which is great for metabolism, circulation, and heart health. Studies have even shown that arrowroot can stimulate immune cells and boost the immune system. So not only is this a better ingredient to put under your arms, it's soaking up the sweat, it's doing its job, but it's also adding these awesome vitamins and iron and, immune fighting power to your body. So I just thought that that was a really cool find. After reading through the comment section of that original natural deodorant video, I decided to do some more research on the baking soda aspects of these deodorants, the arrowroot powder, and I came across this really good summary that I wanted to read to everybody that backs up with what a lot of my commenters were saying. So I appreciate it being such an educated and helpful community. So I found this great thing from the coconutmama.com that says, coconut oil is a wonderful product to use as a base for deodorant, and that is the base of all natural deodorants that I've ever tried because it kills fungi, yeast, and bacteria. Baking soda helps to neutralize the odor, the arrowroot powder helps to absorb moisture, and the added essential oils are also antibacterial. I just thought that was an interesting thing to share with you because I think it further incentivizes you to choose a natural deodorant over that normal aluminum-based stuff that, is containing talc and all these things that are known to cause cancer. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. I'll have links below for you to try this clay dry deodorant. If you are somebody that exercises a lot or you're somebody that's just really been struggling with the natural deodorants, I highly, highly recommend this. It has been wonderful. So thank you so much to Clay Dry for sending me these deodorants that I fell in love with that are really working wonders. So if you like this video, then please like it and subscribe. Stick around for more, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.